everybody, welcome to this latest episode. I am your host Robbie and this is Robbie's Talking Teas, tarantula content for tarantula lovers just like yourselves. If you want to be a better tarantula keeper or just admire these amazing animals, make sure to subscribe to the channel, comment down below and give this video a huge thumbs up. In today's episode I'm going to be rehousing an unsexed juvenile caribena versicolor. So let's do that rehousing. So here we go, we are going to be rehousing this beautiful caribena versicolor, which is housed inside here. And this is unsexed at the moment, but it is looking very, very beautiful. Look at those colours. These are absolutely stunning. Now hopefully this is going to be a very, very straightforward rehouse of a very beautiful spider. As you can see, them purple colours are starting to really pop on the legs. I am going to use my catch tube for this one. Normally I wouldn't bother, but in this instance, just so I can get you some stunning views of her, I am going to attempt to get her in there, or him. As I said, it is unsexed. No, don't go underneath. If you continue to do that, this is going to become impossible. What we're just going to do is we're going to make life easier. Just going to pop everything out of here. There you go. No, you want to be awkward? Okay. Let's get awkward. She definitely isn't happy about potentially going into a new enclosure. And I must admit, if I was comfortable inside here, I wouldn't be happy about it either. So she's on the way up, so we just boop her in the booty and get her into the catch cup. That's perfect. Here she is, perfectly safe and sound inside the catch tube. She's a gorgeous little girl. Well, I hope she's a little girl. She is unsexed. Ventrally, you can see the epigastric furrow there, so I am hoping that this is a female. Anyone trying a ventral sex, that is normally what you look for in a tarantula. That's where the male uses his pedipalps, the hooks on the end of the pedipalps, and pushes the sperm inside that furrow. So hopefully this is a little girl, which would be really nice. And I have another tiny little juvenile in the collection, which will hopefully be a little boy. So let's get it into the new enclosure. So here's the new enclosure. It is a 20 by 20 by 30 reptizoo enclosure. You can see on the label at the top here, reptizoo. It's a basic arboreal setup, but I am expecting this one to web up and make web tunnels, and you know, so that's why it's so basic. Inside here we have got a fake plant. You know, recently I do love doing bioactive enclosures, but in this case we're going to use a fake plant. I have my normal substrate inside here, which is cocoa fibre, topsoil and a little bit of vermiculite, and we've got a couple of pieces of cork bark here for the spider to climb around on. Also, most importantly, a water dish, which I will fill up after I've got the spider in there. Now I know what you're thinking, it's a glass enclosure. Sorry for the noise, it's a glass enclosure. There's no cross ventilation, which is really important for this species of tarantula. But from my experience, once they start reaching the bigger sizes, like this one is, once it gets to the 3, maybe 4 inch mark, the need for cross ventilation isn't as important as when they're tiny little slings and tiny juveniles. That's when you really need it. At this size, they do just fine with just top ventilation, so the air can circulate round inside the enclosure. So don't freak out, I've got it covered. I know what I'm doing. So now we're going to get this inside here. So let's get this rehousing underway. Let's just take the lid off here, and there is the inside of the enclosure. I think this girl is ready to go in there, don't you? As per usual, the stiff lid on the catch tube. But I kind of like that because it kind of makes you stop and have to think about what you're doing. And she goes, ready to explore the new enclosure. Go on, you can. No, don't back up. You are more than capable of going inside this enclosure. I know it's kind of scary for you. No, back up. That's it. In your pocket. No, go. Here you go. It's better. That's much more like it. There she is, nicely rehoused. Beautiful coloration on these. I do like the way they change colours during their life cycle, going from teeny tiny electric blue slings right the way to showing purples and greens, and then once they put on or get to their maximum size of about 5 inches, they've got a lot of red coloration, just like you can see on the abdomen. Beautiful species, very friendly, very good temperament. They do like to explore and are very inquisitive, so take that into account if you pick one up for the first time. Slings can be an absolute nightmare to get into a vial or a tiny little arboreal enclosure because they just like to roam around. So another thing to note with this species is the urticating hairs on the abdomen. These are not like your normal New World species. Even though they can flick hairs, what they tend to do is, a lot of keepers think that if the spider gets on them, they start rubbing their booty or the abdomen on their skin. They think, oh, it likes me, it's comfortable, but that's its way of delivering those hairs as an irritation. Another thing these guys like to do is their little poop cannons. Another form of defense is they will shoot poop in your direction. I have had this done a couple of times. I think previously on an older versicolor video you can actually see that happen, and it's not very nice. If it lands on you, ugh, it's poop at the end of the day. So it's nothing to be laughed at. So be careful. The urticating hairs on New Worlds can be very, or are very irritating, and that's definitely something you don't want on your skin or in your eyes or in your mouth or up your nose or anything like that, because you're going to be in a world of hurt. So let's just fill up this water dish like I promised. Another note that I have to make about caribena versicolor is they do not need any high humidity requirements. Just a full water dish like this is enough for it. There was a lot of talk in years gone by that this species requires high humidity in order to survive, and that's not true. It's been proven that high humidity and high moisture inside enclosures is actually a death trap to these. So just a water dish, it doesn't need any extra spraying, it doesn't need moisture added to the substrate, just a water dish and it'll be absolutely fine. And this is why we place a water dish inside the enclosure. Even though you may never catch your tarantula using it, they do drink from water dishes. So if anyone out there says they don't need it, then I'm going on record and saying you are absolutely wrong. This is the best form of hydration for your tarantula. So like it or not, you can argue with me until the cows come home, you are absolutely wrong. There you go, caribena versicolor using its water dish. So now the rehousing's done, I'm going to leave this girl to get settled in, and hopefully she'll start webbing up and making them amazing web tunnels. So I'll leave her there. Enjoy this enclosure, girl. So there we have it, another awesome rehouse of an absolutely beautiful species. Hopefully it won't take her long to settle in and start building them gorgeous web tunnels and utilising all that extra space we've given her. This is the end of the video, but before we go, I want to take the time to say a huge thank you to everyone that's subscribed to the channel. We have reached the 2,000 subscriber mark, so do you know what that means? It's giveaway time. I promised you at 2,000 subscribers I'd be giving one of you the chance to win a T. Celedonia, and if that's not enough, I'm also throwing in a Ferrophosa apophysis. There's still time for you guys to enter if you are interested. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, go over and watch my Grammostola rosea video and just type T. Celedonia in the comments. Once you've done that, you'll be entered. Now I'll be doing the live draw at the BTS exhibition in just under 2 weeks on the 22nd, so you've still got time to enter. So hurry up, get subscribed, get that comment in. Now I'm going to end the video here. I just want to take the time to say have a great day, have a great week. I'll see you in the next video. There's a couple here to tide you over till then. Goodbye.